Hello, welcome to the Colourful Creativity podcast. My name is Caroline and this is episode 187 or still 186. Let's just make it 187 because I left some time in between it. My name is Caroline. You can find me online everywhere as Kralalien, Instagram, Facebook, Ravelry, Patreon, the works. I have a co-host this time, my lovely Binks, and the web shop is still closed because the craft circle is coming up soon and I wanted to make sure I have enough stock for that. And after that I want to reopen the shop, so keep your eye out for it. What are we gonna do? Because you're annoying. Yeah, okay. You do you. I will do mine. Last time I showed you the first half of my works in progress pile. So this time we'll start with the second half. For you there will be time between these videos when they go up. For me it's only been a day, and since I haven't picked a new project yet, I have not worked on anything. So there's nothing finished. There is nothing worked on. So we'll just dive into the next part of the pile. And I have these cute cards from IKEA. I had one and then my husband got one last year next to the bed in the living room. Guess what I did? I used that as overflow for all the other projects I still have. So I am now getting out most of the projects out of that cart, if someone helps by moving. So we already have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 project bags. And a 10th one as well. So that cart is now empty and everything is next to me on the couch. So let's see what's in here. I think most of them are not cast on yet and are just future projects in a bag. In this cute festive bag, that is by Vicky Bird Designs, that I got as a gift. I don't remember by whom. I think it was Louise, but I'm not sure. Somewhere I have a lot of gaps in my brain from last years. So yeah. In here is yarn by Kralalien Design. This is her Rainbow Breeze sock set on the neon tweed sock. So this is self-striping yarn. It's really, really pretty. And the mini is here, and the needle is here, which I'm gonna pop there. So basically this is just yarn for a simple self-striping pair of socks. It's still yarn, it's not a project. In this bag that I got from my lovely friend Kralalien, she used to make beads that I was a big fan of before 2010 already, and she started knitting as well, so, and making project bags. And this is the Christmassy bag. So in here, yep, same thing as just, oh goodness, I have here a gobstopper ball by Kralalien Design. I wound it myself. And 2 extra contrasting minis. This is gold sparkle sock. Everything has gold sparkle in this set. Christmas cookies, self-striping 8 stripe. Ready for making some Christmas socks. Oh, the minis I did dye myself, apparently, because I have some notes. They were tester. Just to test out dyes and sample some new colors for the shop. And a needle. no clue. This is Exterminate Copycats. The knitting goddess for the Tits Out collective. So this bag is 8 years old. Oh, interesting. I have some navy blue Aida fabric. I have a lot of colors and a card to put the thread on. I have needles. I have more needles and a needle minder by Iris Borduurt. And I do not have a pattern. So I don't have a fucking clue what I was gonna do here. Oh God. So, embroidery. Going to that side. I have another embroidery project. This one I absolutely know for sure what's in here because it is almost finished. This is my penguin project. Basically just this bottom bit needs one or maybe two colors. Let's see. It needs two colors and then it needs the very tiny black thread for the misfit. Yeah, I should be able to finish this once I start working on it again. Oh, look what I find here. More navy blue fabric. It could be that I was doing that for the big Tardis. Maybe it's the Tardis one. It's the Christmas Tardis. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I was planning on making a Christmas Tardis and I think that's it. I will have to check, but I'm fairly sure now that it's that. I have the pattern on my tablet, so yeah. Then this knit and stitch bits bag that I've been having for probably 10 years or so is a project I do want to work on, and it's actually the one I want to pick up. One of the ones I want to pick up. This is the Fishtail braid socks by Sabrina Nesslinger, and she did it for the whole sock. I only did it for the leg and then just a simple foot. And these are for me. And this one I finished last year in Finland, and then when I went home I had too many souvenirs and I left it there. So I then only started, and I have like one cast on round and one knit round. The yarn I'm using is by Spin Godin and it's called Bee Eater. It's a very pretty bird. I love the colorway. So this one is one I am picking up right away. That's a step. This bag I made myself, which is perfect for traveling on airplanes because you can hang it on that little hook that latches the table in front of you. Has a ball of yarn. This is Tukuwool sock, which I also bought in Finland last year. And the plan is to make a pair of socks with it. Pattern is by Johanna. And yeah, what can I say? I don't have the pattern here. I don't know where it is. I know I printed it out. We'll see. For now, it's just yarn in a bag, nothing else. In this knit and stitch bits bag, the peacock bag, I don't know what's in here. Yeah, this is also an interesting project. These are the straightforward mitts. And I plan to knit these for a friend of a friend. They are by GuapaM. The pattern is from 2011. And the yarn I want to use is this, which is Relana Vlotte Stokken Circus, colorway 1691. And I do have a tiny cast on already. And these shouldn't actually take too long. So they are going on the should cast, the continue soonish pile, I guess. So that way. Then this cute teacup bag by Paisley Ducky. I have, yes, I know what I have here. My Stitch in Time blanket, and basically in here I carry everything for the block I'm working on. So you have these teeny tiny squares and you add them together, 9 of each, and then a white border goes around it. And the yarn I'm currently using is by my friend Jenny of All About Yarn, and they are 7x10 mini skeins, and they're all black with rainbow. Like one is green, one is blue, one is purple, one is yellow, etc. And they're only 7, so I have a black and full rainbow with it. And I will probably do 2 of those. Like I have that full rainbow there, yellow, orange, red, purple, indigo, blue, green, and another one with the full rainbow, probably the other corner, like this. And I'm knitting that on 2 DPNs because that's easiest for this teeny tiny knitting, at least for me. Usually I am a big fan of magic loop, but not if it's flat and teeny tiny. Big cat project bag made by me. Is this what I think it is? It is. Hooray. In here I have the Good Things shawl by Sosu, and Sosu knits, by the way, sorry. I am using Undercover Otter Schlock Sock minis that were in was it a Halloween advent calendar? I think it was, like, and combined with this gorgeous yarn, which is Seidenhase, and this is the lace. I am using this instead of mohair or Surrey alpaca. And yeah, what I have is this. I started with the yellow, and now I need to add something else. Where was I? I really don't remember where I was. Oh, I need to make 4 of those, and I was pondering if I was gonna do random colors or if I was gonna do rainbow order colors. So until I decide, this one is in timeout. I do not want to frog it. I do want the shawl. It might be another big ass schlanket. Even though I have quite a few, and I already said in the last one I need more smaller ones. But I think this one will be really nice with the very cozy Angora. Seidenhase is German, and she brushes her bunnies and clippers them very gently, so no animal cruelty and small batches, and it's fantastic. I love their yarn. Then I have another big project bag of mine, and in here is also what I think is in here. In here is my second trial of the Gardengate sweater. For the followers that have been following me for a while, I have knit a Gardengate sweater patterned by Jenn Steingass of Knit Love Wool, and it was in the end like 3 sizes too big. It should have been around a 54 inch after ease, and it ended up being a 60. I lived in that sweater, but also kept being very annoyed that it was like all like a potato bag or a garbage bag. So yeah, I ripped it out because the yarn was too pretty to not try again. And this is my second time trying it. I still have the sleeves, so I do want to keep those as is and attach them again. And then we'll see what happens. I am doing it with 3 colors in the colorwork. The 3-color colorwork is coming up soon. So again, it needs brain power, which is very, very sparse available at the moment. And I only printed out the pages I needed for the pattern and did not print out the pattern front page with the photo, so I'm sorry about that. So yeah, that one will get picked up again because I love the Rowan Valley tweed. I didn't show you the yarn. Here you go. It is a very nice tweedy yarn. It's not too rustic for me. I can absolutely handle it on my skin. It's not soft, and I am sometimes a bit iffy with not next to skin soft stuff, but this one I can handle, so that's nice. That was everything in cart number 1. Cart number 2 has more. Let's continue there. And let me grab everything out first. Oh, there's a lot of junk in there as well. I really need to start decluttering the whole cart, I guess. I'm grabbing bags that I think, I don't know what's in there. And, ooh, I know what that is. You should see me sitting here now. I'm getting pushed over by my project bags. Let me see. Final project bag. And another project here, not in a bag. You can actually see the mountain next to me now. So I moved over a little bit to make space for the mountain. It's like, nice to lean into something. Let me grab this one first. This is the Rainbow Tardis bag by Owl About Yarn. My lovely friend Jenny. Oh, it's yarn. It's pretty yarn. It is Laine du Nord paint socks. I'm not even sure if it still exists because I think it was taken over by a German company. They are rainbow socks with gray stripes in between. And you could get 2 separate socks out of the ball. In the middle there's like this different color that you need to get rid of. So, just yarn, future project. Basically the future projects were all self-striping, simple, plain vanilla socks. Because that's how I roll. Let's see, this one is a bag by my friend Angela, and it has squirrels on it on both sides. Yes, this is the project I am going to continue right away. Let me see what I have here. I already joined in around. That is fantastic. This is a V-neck magpie. And these were the shoulders. You knit them separately and then you pick up from the I-cord in the neck and in the V in the front. This pattern is by Skeinanigans. This is the short version. I am going to knit a little bit longer version. Let me see. This one. Come on, you can focus. I know it's early in the morning. But yeah, that's what I plan to do. Since it is top down, the plan is to just keep knitting until the yarn is gone. Probably, maybe, I'm not sure. This is the yarn I'm using. I have 2 balls that I'm alternating. And do I have a card? Yes, I do. I got it in a D-stash. It is Little Bull Yarns Surfer Dude in Super Rush Merino Nylon and Sparkle Sock. So I got this, I think, from Jennifer in her D-stash. And the other yarn I'm using is this Araucania Botany Lace. It's not lace, it's fingering, but okay, that's just me. 100% wool, 410 meters in 100 grams. Not much on here, just the color number. I'm not even sure if the yarn still exists. And I have another pair of tips in here. Let me see. These are 5.5 millimeters. And I am working on 6mm needles. So interesting construction and everything. And this is what I'm going to work on for a summer top. It is wool, but I think it will be nice because it's such a loose gauge. Maybe I should add the pattern back as well. This is how you lose things. And I will probably swap this one out for a bigger project bag because it's definitely at risk for getting caught between the zipper. So I'll probably have a bigger project bag in that pile of empty project bags. This big one with cheapies that I got from a take-it table, I think, at the Knitty Retreat, has my sun up on what is it, 82nd, which is a gorgeous sweater with shoulder shaping and everything by L Parroccini, and it has very handy tables that you can use, like your size, your stitch count, which row you're on or round you're on, and mark it off for the stitch count, etc. And this is basically where I'm at. I'm still at the row stage. I have to figure out if I want to continue, if I can handle the mohair, but if I put it on me here now, I think that's fine. And a wonderful friend offered to knit it for me, because knitting with mohair is something else than actually being able to wear it. So yeah, it does get a little bit prickly, but I will always wear something underneath it. The yarn I'm using is my hand dyed. I dyed this specifically for a green sweater for myself, and I thought this color mohair would fit very nicely with it. So yeah, I think this one is still a go, and that might mean it will be shipped to Norway. Let's put it aside, because yes, my nose is getting itchy, but I've been wearing my love note for 2 days in a row, which was also fine. So no clue what the difference is, but probably it's already shedded once you knit it and wash it and everything. What is the, ooh, in this Christmassy bag I made, like candy cane on the outside. This one's more wintry, less Christmassy. I have a Christmas project, and apparently I printed way too many pages because my printer wasn't cooperative probably at that day. Let me find it. These are the vintage Christmas bauble socks by Grey Owl Knits, who is Sarah Kelly, and totally inspired by Ange of the Yarn and Yarns podcast. I was casting these on and I was like, oh my god, I love these, and I love these in the yarn she used. I think I'm doing exactly the same as she did. So I am here. I think this was my Christmas Eve cast on. So the first cast on of 2026 of the 12 cast ons. So I have the cuff, which is a cable, and then the start of the color work. And the yarn I'm using is Signature 4-ply Sparkle in Mullet Wine, which was the Christmas colorway from last year that my lovely friend Francesca gifted me. And this is Quirky Rainbow by me, Colourful Creativity by Kralalien on Smooth Sock. And yeah, just love that it's gold sparkle. I am not sure if that shows up. Yeah, I think it does. It's really nice, but also very Christmassy and not something I will work on during summer. Probably somewhere in autumn I'll pick it up. So I have a pair of Christmas socks for this year. Then in this spooky Star Wars bag by Ruso, Ruso's, I have a cowl, a leftover cowl, and it's a very interesting looking thing. Just wondering if I have it the right way around. Doesn't really matter, but still it does matter. This pattern was sent to me in an advent calendar that I got gifted by the lovely Josh, and she added the pattern to it so I could make something with the minis. And there are, I think, a few minis of that advent in here. I'm using leftover singles yarns, so these are from projects I have already made, and singles is not something I would use in socks. It's 100% merino, so they will be gone in like 2 times wearing it. The pattern is on this paper. It's a repeat of Knit 5 Purl 2, and you don't cast on a multitude of 7, you cast on something else, so you can just go round and round and it will move the whole time and give a very nice effect. And this is definitely something I want to continue, and isn't low on brain power, so that is also important. I can just pick it up, look where I was, and continue right away. Count my rows, because every 10 I think I go for a different color. In this squirrel bag I made myself is my Bestie Vestie. Let me see. Let me show you where I am first. I have done all the twisted rib, which I hate with a vengeance, and I'm working the cable pattern. So the cable pattern is in this bit, which is the mid front. This is knit from the bottom up, and apparently I needed the needles because I do not have needles in here. Let me see. I have it here, but who's the designer? does she have something designed by Vanessa Smith, and I wanted to show it to you here. Here you can see there's a longer and a cropped version, and my idea is to make the longer version if I have enough yarn. I'm just gonna try and see and knit as much as possible because I don't have that much yarn. This is Adria Phil Regina and colorway 56, which is a very nice plum color, a bit like the Cartref Coron. It's definitely one of my favorites. It suits me so well. The problem with the stage I'm at is that I need a lot of brain power. You need to do increases at the same time as the cable, but at different rates. So you have to keep your eye on the increases and count, and you have to keep your eye on the cable where you are. So yeah, I might need extra stitch markers and stuff, but that one is definitely gonna get picked up again now because we have a vest along in my Ravelry group that I'm very active. Lazy, stupid, godless. So I thought it would be nice to pick it up for the knit along we're doing. Then in this bag by Love It Design, I have a very meager start. Here we go. Stay put. It is a lace cardigan with short sleeves and in a really nice yarn. This is Regia Premium Silk. So this is 55% wool, 25% polyamide and 20% silk, which is definitely next to skin soft. And what am I knitting with this? I know it's Anna Johanna. And it's called Spring Quartet. As you can see, the whole back is lace, the front as well. So, brain power again, people, brain power. So many things you keep your eye on. A big colored lace chart and everything. So, brain power project, go to the side. In this project bag, also by Knit and Stitch Bits, yeah, I don't think she is still active. These are pretty old project bags, but I love them. I mean, who doesn't love the Red Riding Hood tea party with those cute little hedgehogs? I have the ribbing done. It's not much, but it is something. And this is a B Street by Katherine Folkert Designs. All over lace pullover. Front, back and center, everything is lace. The yarn I'm using is very pretty though. This is the Crystal by Undercover Otter, and this is their Yak base. Doesn't say what the base is called, and my brain has forgotten about it, so I'm very sorry about that, Aiden. Eventide, thank you, it does say it, I'm just blind. And this was a special color for the West Knits Yarn Along 2020, so I got this from these stashes, so I would have enough for a sweater, and I've got 5 skeins, so that should be enough for a lace sweater. I still want the project, or the product, so this one's definitely staying, but I'm not in any hurry. I did not start in 2020 I started it in a 12 cast-ons where I started 1,000,001 sweaters, which was a bad idea, but then again, I have started the sweaters, which is better than nothing. In this cute bag with the cats, let's see, Sinister Cats and Knitting It Real Good. Knit it good. Knit It Real Good, by Anne-Katin Berg, which I still hope I pronounce somewhat reasonable. I have 2 pairs of needles apparently, and a needle pouch. Let me check. What do I have here? Are they all the same size? That's a 2.5. And that is also a 2.5 mil. So yeah, apparently I've been hogging needles in this bag, because in here I have a skein of yarn, my own glow stick on Colourful Soft Sock. I have a teeny tiny swatch on a single DPN, and I have a piece of paper which is the chart, because this is actually the 4th design in my Granny Pen collection. That should have come out many years ago, but that didn't happen because of obvious reasons. So at the moment it's just yarn and a chart. I am still planning to make it, but I need brain space for it, and I don't have that. In this bag that I also made, which was a prototype with jeans, which is very handy to pop in like labels or things you need. Nice pocket. I have the rest of my Stitch in Time blanket, like the main color, which is Streepjes Invicta Glamour, or Glamour, how you want to call it. The little sparkly bits don't really show up, I think, in this yarn. They are very, very subtle. But also in here are the finished, oh, okay, interesting. The finished squares. Most of you will have seen these already. These are actually finished and woven in. This one still needs ends woven in. And this one also still has a few ends to weave in. So 4 are done. And what did I do here? Oh, I basically used some twice and some not. The plan is to go like a little bit of a rainbow. So here's yellow, yellow and greenish, and this is then the green. As I said, blankets are really difficult. This all has some kind of green speckle, I think. From that moment on, I think I started to only use things once. I also showed you the Christmassy yarns, and apparently I've already knit all those into blocks. So I see that I've used that one twice, which is fine. Sometimes you just need to fill up a block. Then I am not sure if I ever showed this to you, because my wonderful friend Sarah, who lives near Hamburg, who I've visited in February, also made me a couple of squares. This one, which has a couple of my yarns that I gifted her for leftovers for her blanket, like No Rainbows Without Rain. This one and that one are undercover otters. This one is just really nicely colored. I love them. And this one took a lot. This says DH in No Rainbows Without Rain, or is it? Yeah, it is No Rainbows Without Rain, I think. And she probably cut out a lot of gray. Goodness, so many ends to weave in. another pretty neon one. Colorful, but a bit cleaned up, it says on the label. This one she knitted on June 2nd, so basically when we got into hospital with Robert. And this one is like colorful color chaos. It's so many ends to weave in. Oh my goodness. I don't even, I'm looking at the back, I mean. So yeah, I have a few extra squares that I need to put my border around, and I can figure out how that blanket will be. Maybe it won't be that color transition and it will just be, fuck it, it's gonna be random. How many do I have then? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, well, it's still small with 4x3 or 2x6 or something, but we're getting somewhere. And I have the next yarn ready in here as well. This is my cat collection I made, the Colourful Cat collection. So all the colors are inspired by cats that were in my family or are famous TV cats. So that will be the next square. And that is actually the last project bag. I only have one more project, which is a really long-term project. Some of you have seen this many times already. This is the Jeroentje and Catootje ABC. And Jeroentje and Catootje are from Jan Jans en de Kinderen, which is a comic that was in a magazine and also is a standalone comic book that I really love. And this ABC was meant to be embroidered before I married Robert. So we're talking about starting it 20 years ago, I think. I have this. This is all I have. Like, I started in the middle and I have this bit. Soon I managed to start, let me see. Did I start the ear? Is that it? Yeah, I started the ear here of the sausage dog. So that was the most exciting thing in a while because I had only been embroidering letters, and letters are just plain simple light blue, which is pretty boring. And yeah, I still want to make this, but this is my whenever I feel up to it project, which is sometimes just once every 5 years. And if it doesn't get finished, it doesn't get finished. It is still nice and it has a lot of meaning to me. So yeah. She looks around at the mess around her, and knowing that in 30 minutes a friend will show up, I guess we're not gonna leave this one long. I also have packages coming. My window starts in 10 minutes, so let's not wait for it to interrupt me. There might be new yarn coming in, but that will be something for the next episode. You've seen plenty of yarn, I think. Recap to the projects I want to pick up right away. It is the V-neck magpie and the fishtail braid sock. Those are the ones highest on the list. Viagante retires again for traveling. These were the straightforward mitts. They can also go into rotation, and the Bestie Vestie probably straightforward mitts go into rotation once I finish the Fishtail braid sock. It's only the second sock. It's not that difficult. The cowl will come when I need something mindless, and I think 5 projects will be enough for now. And after that I will pick something else again. Might even cast on something new, since I have some nice yarns to cast on something new, and we are going into Tour de Fleece as well. Come. Instead of meowing over there, you could also come over here. So yeah, Tour de Fleece will also be then, so I have to start thinking about what to start spinning after the craft circle, where I hope I will see a couple of you. Definitely say hi. I might not recognize you because, well, I don't see you. So definitely say hi if you watch the podcast. After that, I need to be a carer for my mum who has a surgery, and yeah, that will be my summer. And I will probably haul my spinning wheel to her house and just do Tour de Fleece at her place. We'll see if I move the cats with me and just go live with my mum, or if we can manage with me sleeping in my own bed, which would be nice. So yeah, I don't know when this is gonna go up exactly, probably in about 2 or 3 weeks. So after that, then's the craft circle, and then I will have new yarn, projects I've worked on, and hopefully more interesting things to tell you. So I hope you have some time to do some nice crafting for yourself, and to see you next time. Bye bye.